Hi, this is Stu Harrison. I'm here at Merriam Pianos. We're in the Oakville showroom, just a little outside of downtown Toronto. And I'm here to talk about the Shigeru Sk2 grand piano. This is absolutely one of my personal favorites in the entire market, let alone just our lineup. And I want to take a bit of a dive inside the instrument, let you hear the piano, and take a few moments to tell you about the aspects of the instrument that have really intrigued me and certainly have compelled dozens and dozens of customers over the last few years to make the investment in this particular instrument. I want to point out the fact that while I'm playing today, the piano is mic'd just with a single source. I have a Zoom H4 microphone sitting in the middle of the piano. That is the only microphone source, and when it makes it to video, it is completely unadulterated. It's exactly as it's been picked up, so that you can hear as close to what we're hearing in the store to really give you a true sense of exactly what you're going to get with this instrument. Truly a wonderfully sensitive instrument to play. For those who don't know the background of the Shigeru Kawai story, let me break it down in a Cole's Notes for you. Shigeru Kawai is actually the name of the Kawai Company's second president. He was the son of the founder, Kyoichi Kawai, and Shigeru did many significant things within the company to advance design of pianos, to advance piano education within domestic Japan. And perhaps one of the most lasting legacies that Shigeru left was, in fact, this piano line. So Shigeru Kawai envisioned a piano project back in the 1970s where Japan would finally be recognized as a country capable of producing amongst the world's finest concert instruments. Going back a century to the late 1800s, it was considered a significant indication of a country's technical and industrial innovation as to whether they could produce a great concert-level instrument. It was really a significant point of pride, national pride, and that certainly continues to this day. So he envisioned creating Japan's first instrument really capable of dethroning instruments such as a Bechstein or a Steinway on the world's concert stages. And so in order to achieve this, he set in motion a number of things that have led to what's sitting in front of me right now. One of the most significant things that he did was he started stockpiling tons and tons of hardwoods and softwoods, all of which he knew would be necessary for the creation of a fine instrument, specifically aged spruces, various hard rock maples, beeches, mahoganies, all the woods necessary to create the rims, the bridges, and most importantly perhaps the soundboards. Those same woods are still being used to this day in the creation of many of the Shigerus that are sitting in showrooms around the world. This is totally unprecedented because whether or not he intended it, the fact that that wood supply has lasted this long means that Shigerus are using amongst the absolute oldest aged woods in the entire world. And that contributes directly to the sensitivity that I just heard when I was playing that Beethoven. The other cool thing about the Shigeru piano is that while it has embodied some of those traditional timeless aspects, such as choosing really well-aged woods and only using the finest hand craftsmen, it also, somewhat paradoxically, has been the testbed for much of Kawai's leading-edge technology. So while you've got a piano crammed with amongst the best aged wood in the industry, it is also filled with the latest technology in the industry. Every moving part in the piano's action is made of a carbon fiber composite, the lightest, strongest action in the world. And that, again, contributes to the sensitivity. I'm going to play it once more for you, just to enjoy it a little bit more. Of course, that's Liszt's Harmony of the Night, one of my favorite songs, and of course, a very demanding piece requiring all sorts of shades and subtlety in the lower dynamic ranges. I can't believe how well this piano for a 5'11" produces those tones. It really is pretty remarkable. Anyway, we'll be moving on to another point. So who is the Shigeru Kawai Sk2 really for? What customer is this directed to in the piano market? Well, let me give you some insight. Depending on what city you're in, what country you're in, a Shigeru Kawai Sk2 is going to sell, I would imagine, anywhere from high 30s to low 50s, depending on the currency, depending on the country. And in that range, it puts it into some fairly elite company. However, when you compare the performance and the size, what the Sk2 delivers versus, say, something like a Steinway O, or one of the Schimmels, for example, or perhaps a Bechstein Academy series, is for a piano that probably sells for 15 or 20% less than some of those other items I just mentioned. The instrument is actually going to bring a performance level which in a blind taste test is likely to beat a lot of those competitors in terms of sustain, in terms of repetition speed, in terms of consistency of the action, in terms of the evenness of the scale design and the tone response from bottom to top of the piano. This instrument is delivering an exceptional value, and for most people who fall in love with this instrument, their number one comment or their number one opinion upon purchasing is just how much above its own weight this piano really truly punches. I'm going to finish off the segment just by playing this great instrument once more, letting you hear it one last time, and of course inviting you down to Merriam Pianos in Oakville, just outside of Toronto to the west. Anytime, 7 days a week, this instrument is available to play and experience and enjoy. Thanks again for listening. I'm Stu Harrison from Merriam Pianos.